Cactus Music. It's where you get the best in vinyl and CDs. And you can pick up a lot of vinyl, including Black Sabbath down there. Welcome back to the show. Reminder, Senate Avenue Brewing next Tuesday. I hope Thomas can come. All right. We welcome you back to the show. Let me say one thing, Thomas, and then I'm handing it over to you. You made a really, really good point about consistency and the lack of it. So you would think if you spent $6 million on Hector Herrera, and I've said this till I'm blue in the face on this show, so I hope I'm not boring people. If you spent $6 million, you want to get everything out of your investment you possibly can. And that $6 million, I don't think we got the investment out of Herrera we needed to. And I'll tell you why. Because 2023 could have been the league MVP of the league. In fact, I voted for him league MVP. 2024, he wasn't as interested. And you can say, yeah, injuries. You get injured when you're not as interested. He should have had a surgery, I think, right after the season. And I think that was the year the Dynamo should have went out and got another high-profile player to complement him and take some pressure off him, because he wasn't going to have that same season. But we never seem to be ascending. We're not a stock that's ascending. We have a little blip, like you said. 18 teams make the playoffs, so you're always going to make the playoffs, even if you don't have a plan and a vision as a soccer club. You're going to, every once in a while, make the playoffs in Major League Soccer because that's the type of league it is. 18 out of 30 make it. And when you say, well, our goal is to make the playoffs, that's a weak goal. That's a sustainable, easy goal to reach. We should hear top 4 or home field advantage in the playoffs or top 2 or win the division. But you are absolutely right. There is no consistency, and the arrow is not going up on the graph. It just continues to flatline, and it just seems like each and every year we're back to the drawing board, throwing it at the wall and trying to make something happen. And if the Dynamo communicated better, maybe they'd be able to tell us that I'm really, really wrong here. All right, Thomas, you're up. Thomas, you there?
I spoke to it today. That they, yes, hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, you're there. You're there. Go.
I said totally agree with everything you just said. I think Pat spoke to it today that they really expect this team to get further in the playoffs than they have before.
Okay.
I think that their seats should be very warm, Pat and Asher, if this season does not turn out the way that they think it will because of the investment that they made financially that you spoke to, that they needed to make more of. You're 100% right. Hector Herrera did not, by himself, was not enough. And you're seeing it now in the league that you really have to invest heavily to keep up with the Miamis and the LAFCs as much as you can. And I feel like this is a team that, for the first time in a long time, you're seeing the DPs that you kind of feel like you could see it come together along with a guy like Jack, that I think, when the play is right, him and Bogusz will be able to score the goals you talk about. I'm an old school guy. I played soccer as a kid and as an adult, so I can understand and identify with like the build up and the possession game and not be bored, kind of like people are with baseball in a pitching duel. I feel like for the casual fan, you definitely need to do exactly what you're speaking to with giving them the flashy stuff, giving them the awe-inspiring goals, the things that you see on SportsCenter. So until we get that, you're going to have to really just appreciate what they have if they can sustain the winning.
Yeah, and that's only part of it. That's the competitive side. I don't think we have the best of the best on the visionary side of the club. We don't have a face of the club outside of Pat Onstad. There's a lot of elements missing. And you addressed the competitive side nicely. I'm looking forward to seeing what Bogusz can do for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how that complements Jack McGlynn. No question about it. But it's still all on paper right now. I don't know a lot about these Brazilian players. They all come with credentials for sure. I don't know enough about them, but I do think you got to have a game that does have some tempo, that does get you behind opponents' defenses. I don't want to see teams playing in front of defenses. it gets boring. If a winger picks up a ball and he feels good about skinning two guys and going to goal, I want to see it happen once in a while. I don't want to see him put his foot on the ball, dribble back towards midfield, and recirculate it. That is the word of the day today, recirculate. All right, Thomas, anything else? I like your stuff. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you having me on.
Hey, wait a second before you go. I looked you up. You have a podcast, right?
Yes, sir, but it's not soccer related.
Okay, well, you shout your podcast out.
Yes, come check us out. We talk Texans. It's called The Bullpen. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Me and my co-host James Roy, we break down the Texans and how they're going to get it right and hopefully get further than the first round of the playoffs. We're hoping that they do better. And, come check us out.
All right. I like your take tonight. Thanks so much for calling in. I think it was good. It's a lot better than I hate the texting thing or the Twitter thing, even though I know I have to do it. Thank you, Thomas, very much.
Thank you, sir. See you Tuesday.
You got it. You got it. See you there. Yeah, so give it up to Thomas. He's got real thoughts and opinion on the Dynamo. Good stuff. And he's hopeful, which is good. And I like that. That was really good stuff from him. I really enjoyed that. 713-780-3776. Anybody think you can match that call from Thomas?